Chapter 54. The Moon. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. The hour has drawn near, and the moon has been cleft asunder. And if they see a sign, they turn away and say, "This is but magic." They disbelieved and followed their own lusts. But every matter will come to a decision. And indeed, there has come to them news in which there is enough warning to check them from evil. Perfect wisdom. But the preaching of warners does not benefit them. So withdraw from them, O Muhammad. The day will come when the caller will call them to a terrible thing. They will come forth, with eyes humbled, from their graves, as if they were locusts spread abroad. Hastening towards the caller, the disbelievers will say, "This is a hard day." The people of Noah denied their messenger before them. They rejected our slave and said, "A madman," and he was insolently rebuked and threatened. Then he invoked his Lord, saying, "I have been overcome, so help me." So we opened the gates of heaven with water pouring forth. And we caused the earth to gush forth with springs. So the waters met for a matter predestined. And we carried him on a ship made of planks and nails, floating under our eyes, a reward for him who had been rejected. And indeed, we have left this as a sign. Then is there any that will remember or receive admonition? And how terrible was my torment and my warning! And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will remember or receive admonition? The people of Ad, too, rejected the warnings, and how terrible was my torment and my warning! Surely we sent against them a furious wind on a day of evil omen and continuous calamity, plucking out men as if they were the uprooted stems of date palms. And how terrible was my torment and my warning! And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will remember or receive admonition? The people of Thamud also rejected the warnings, for they said, "A man, alone from among us, that we are to follow? Truly, then we would be in error and madness. Is the reminder sent to him alone from amongst all of us? No, he is an insolent liar." Tomorrow they will come to know who is the liar and the insolent one. Surely we are sending the she-camel as a way of trial for them, so watch them and be patient. And inform them that the water is to be shared between her and them, each one's right to drink being established by turns. But they called their comrade, and he took a sword and killed her. And how terrible was my torment and my warning! Surely we sent against them a single cry, and they became like the dry twigs of a builder of cattle-fold. And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will remember or receive admonition? The people of Lot rejected the warnings. Surely we sent against them a violent storm of stones, which destroyed them all, except the family of Lot, whom we saved in the last hour of the night, as a favor from us. Thus do we reward him who gives thanks. And indeed he had warned them of our grasp, but they doubted the warnings. And they indeed sought to shame his guest, by asking to commit sodomy with them. So we blinded their eyes. Then taste you my torment and my warnings. And verily, an abiding torment seized them early in the morning. Then taste you my torment and my warnings. And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will remember or receive admonition? And indeed, warnings came to the people of Pharaoh. They denied all our signs, so we seized them with a seizure of the Almighty, all-capable, to carry out what He wills. Are your disbelievers, O Quraysh, better than these? Or have you an immunity against our torment in the divine scriptures? Or do they say, "We are a great multitude, and we shall be victorious"? Their multitude will be put to flight, and they will show their backs. Nay, but the hour is their appointed time for their full recompense, and the hour will be more grievous and more bitter. Verily, the polytheists, disbelievers, sinners, criminals are in error in this world and will burn. The day they will be dragged into the fire on their faces, it will be said to them, "Taste you the touch of hell." Verily, we have created all things with divine preordainments of all things before their creation, as written in the book of decrees in the highest heaven. And our commandment is but one, as the twinkling of an eye. And indeed we have destroyed your likes. Then is there any that will remember or receive admonition? And each and everything they have done is noted in their record of deeds. And every matter, small or great, is written. Surely the pious will be in the midst of gardens and rivers in paradise, in a seat of truth, in the presence of the omnipotent King.